too. Maybe it's easier if I can't see everybody. There we go. No, I guess this is like they brought me up here to tell you what kind of like where I was at before, what happened, and where I'm at now kind of thing. You know, how I found God. And amazingly enough, I kind of found him in jail.
Wow.
Weird place for God to be, right? No, I was well, call a spade a spade. I was a criminal. I was into drugs for about 16 years, from 18 to 35, 34. I just went in and out of jail, in and out, in and out. That was it. That was my life. I would do a crime, get caught, or do a bunch of crimes, finally get caught, and then go to jail for a while. And I did that cycle for a long, long time. Then I kind of started getting it. I was at Main Jail, and they caught me on a 27 to life case. And I was like, oh no. So, of course, when I really needed God, I started praying, help me please. And a guy named David May, he's with the Good News Bible Ministry, works with Chaplain John. He came by my cell and said, well, let's just do this prayer, accept Jesus into your heart. I'm like, okay. I said, it's going to help me, right? He said, yes, it's going to help you. So I got down on my knees and I prayed and I did the prayer with him. And lo and behold, three days later, they went from 27 years and a life case to 6 months county jail.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 days later. And I was like, well, all right. So I was doing good, and I got out of that, and I got released, and then I thought, don't trip, I got this. And I started doing my thing, you know, the bad things again. And I took control back of I thought I took control back of my life. And probably less than a year later, I was in jail again, and then I'm looking at 32 to life. So, yeah, I didn't, thank God he gives second chances, and third chances, and fourth and 50th chances. Thank you for that. So I was in a jail again, and you know, I was like, well, what am I going to do now? And you hear the guys like Jerry Depew, Chaplain John, Ray Thiessen, they donate their time and they go to jail and minister to us. At first, I was just kind of getting out of the cell, because you're locked in a cell, and if you get out, you can get out for church. So it's kind of cool, yeah. So at first, it might have been, you know, I was kind of upset. Anyway, I ended up, I was facing 32 to life. I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I mean, give me a sign. I get down on my knees in my cell, I'm alone. And I get on my knees and say, give me a sign, I need something from you, I need something, God. And nothing happened. And I'm on my knees, and I'm like, okay. Kind of keeping quiet up there, are you? But, so I get up, and I'm like, man. And then I look down where I was sitting, and or I was on my knees. And it could have always been there or not, but there's cracks in the cement, and it says, hi. I'm not kidding. Like, it could have always been there or not, but I mean, or he just took the veil from my eyes so I could see it. But God said hi, all right?
Through a
He did
crack.
that for me. So I said, oh, all right, I'll start listening again. That's cool. It says hi. So from that day forward, I kind of like started doing Bible studies on my own in jail. And then one day I'm sitting there, and sometimes when the preachers come by your cell, you may or may not want to talk to them. So you kind of like roll over and hide by your book, you know? Just go by. So sometimes they'll look in your door and kind of try to get your attention. And you're like, oh man. But anyway, I'm kind of doing that thing, and Ray Thiessen's a couple doors down, and he does his laugh. I don't know if anybody knows Ray Thiessen, but he kind of has a specific laugh. You know, like, it's cool. So I hear that laugh, and I'm like, well, what is that? That sounds like a happy guy. What's going on? And I go to the door, and he tells me, you know what? God sent me here. And I said, obviously, you know. So that started a friendship. That was probably in the summer of last year, a year ago, and I was still in jail. And so he started coming every week. He started putting like a little pressure on me to start, you know, hey, well, what'd you do this week? You know, kind of like, you know, leading me along, but kind of like making me accountable for my relationship with God. And so I started praying every day, reading the Bible every day, and things started getting better. I went from 32 to life, and they said, okay, we'll drop the life 24 years. I was like, okay, I kept praying, and they dropped it down to 18 years. I was like, oh, well, this is working, huh? So I kept praying, and kept a good relationship with my mother, who's sitting here today. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, and my sisters, and my niece, and their boyfriends. Thank you, guys. Because I know this is to celebrate us, but I mean, I would not have been able to do it without the support of people who didn't, commit a bunch of felonies. So thank you. But anyway, so I started praying, and it dropped down to 18 years. Then it dropped down to 16 years. Then it dropped down to 10 years. And then it dropped down to 8 years. It dropped all the way down to 6 years. And this is like back about last October. And my lawyer's like, hey, buddy, you need to take this. And I'm like, no, not yet. This isn't what's going on. I said, let me pray about it. And it goes all the way down, and they offer 5 years. And I'm like, oh, that's a long time away from my mommy, So then they offer a little bit less. And I'm like, so finally I go to court, and they offer 4 years. And I'm deciding, do I want to take it? Do I want to go to prison for 4 years? It's a lot better than 32. So, and then my dad gets sick. My dad gets cancer. And that kind of made the decision for me. They offered to let me out. And that's what I'm at now. I'm out right now on what they call a cruise waiver. And this is way back in February. They let me out of jail. They let me out. Yeah, without paying a bell. That was pretty amazing. Anyway, so I've been out there with my father, being a good witness to him, and being a caretaker and stuff. And it totally flipped my script. And what's so important about Ray and everybody is the aftercare. The aftercare is there. I mean, we're kind of lost when we get out of jail. We have a little bit of family, but we're kind of lost. We didn't need and that guidance is what really helped me out. I was accountable, I couldn't go out and mess up because I was accountable to people that cared about my recovery and my relationship with God. Anyway, so I got out, and then every 2 months I've been going to court, and every 2 months they've been extending it. You know what I mean? That's kind of, if you knew how many felonies I have and how many times I've been arrested, you'd probably be shocked. But the superhero chin. But anyway, so I went to court last week actually, and the first time in my life, the judge said, "You're doing a good job." A judge told me that, me. He said, "You're doing a good job," and I was like, "Wow." And he said, "I'm gonna let you stay out, and I'm gonna let you stay out on your word." And he said, "I'm gonna take your word," and that's two things that a judge has never done: taken me for my word and told me I'm doing a good job. So, by the grace of God, it's only through God and only through people like Ray Thiessen and Jerry Depew and my mom and everybody here really that supports and kind of shows us the way, because we don't know the way, we don't know what's going on. I know God rejoices over 99 or over one sinner that repents, over 99 people that never do. But honestly, the people that never do are the reason that I know what to do in life. Because by your guys' example, that's how I get by. Because I didn't know how to live. God taught me how to live. You guys taught me how to live, And I'm here today, and I'm happy. And that's my story about how I came to Christ. Thank you.